Guys, it all makes sense now. 589 confirmed, #GreatReset, #TheStorm, #XRP. Might it at any point be that 589 is only the number of days from December 22nd back in 2020, when the SEC initially filed this lawsuit against Ripple, to August the 2nd or 3rd, depending on how you count it, of this year? Why is this string of numerals consisting of the numbers 5, 8, and 9 in that particular order, why is it of so much importance to the Ripple and XRP community? Looking through the various posts on the web, over time you can figure out how it all makes sense now. This doesn't look like a coincidence to me, given the 589 trend was started by a guy named Bearable Guy 123, which aligns with the name The Bearable Bull, another pro XRP influencer on YouTube. But before we move on, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and of course turn on bell notifications.
Whenever I'm trying to make this 589 work, I'm always struggling with it. We could really kind of figure out where this was going last time during the bull run by putting on Fibonacci analysis. We could just see it just reacted perfect. Then it had that extra little burst. So let's overlay the fractal and let's see if we can get the same result. I really doubt it though. So yeah, everything looks good. Then that one last burst and
the number 589 has long been associated with this crowd. Members of the Ripple and XRP community have long acquainted themselves with this number. While some would argue that if you add that number to the date when this lawsuit was initiated, on Tuesday 22nd December 2020, that brings us to about Tuesday the 2nd of August 2022, which is believed to be a time frame with significant importance in the ongoing lawsuit between Ripple and the SEC. Maybe a settlement date, maybe a date when the judge would pass an important verdict regarding this lawsuit. However, despite a number of folks subscribing to that train of thought, the erstwhile CTO of Ripple thinks in a slightly different direction with regards to the craze around the number 589. That trend has been reawakened in more recent times following a statement from the ex-Ripple CTO Jed McCaleb, who's been engaged in an all-out selling spree of the digital asset since his fallout with Ripple and XRP. According to a report from CTC News, McCaleb has stated in a Zoom call, if you think about it, it would be really stupid if I sell it all. I mean, what if it really does go to 589 a token? I could be rich.
Because it makes everything interoperable, it makes it where there's like more competition, which will make it where there's more, where there's more benefit ultimately for the consumers.
Furthermore, the man behind the original idea to found the company, who also served as the co-architect of the Ripple ledger XRPL, also explained further, in his words, I don't know, maybe it's this inflation, maybe the cost of gas, but I just have this feeling that holding the rest of this XRP is going to give me and my family more security. However, this should not be taken too seriously, as it turned out to be a joke. CTC is a satirical platform that is renowned for providing its readers with laughs by making jokes about happenings in the crypto space.
So as I think most XRP or Ripple fans know, Jed McCaleb was the original brains behind it and came up with the idea. But this would have been back probably in early 2012. Jed reached out to me one day. I was actually back visiting in California at the time, I think, or I was a couple of days away from heading to California, actually. That's what it was. I was in Japan when he reached out to me, and he said, hey, I've seen everything you're doing in the Bitcoin space. I have an idea on how to make Bitcoin that doesn't require mining. He said that he thinks mining is wasteful, and so he wants to make a version of Bitcoin that doesn't require any mining. And so my initial response was, sounds great. How can I help, right? So he said, well, let's get together and meet for that. And I said, well, I'll track. But Jed definitely had the vision and was really, really good at connecting the right people to make things happen. So I actually paid the salary for Joel Katz is his screen name, and his real name always escapes me because I originally know him from the Bitcoin talk forums in the early days.
David Schwartz.
Now, that was an interview granted by Roger Ver, the Bitcoin Jesus, where he talks about his role and Jed McCaleb's during the formation of the company that has now evolved to be what is known as Ripple Labs. So, guys, are you still finding it hard to connect all of these dots to see how it all makes sense? Do you still think it's a waste of time to ponder over this number? Well, this tweet from this Twitter user, retweeted by Linda P. Jones, provides us with an even more interesting insight. Furthermore, Albatross747 goes forth to analyze that even further to mark that date as the D-Day for the long-awaited Great Reset, rumored to have taken place in 2021. Now, I know someone out there might ask, why $589? Why not $600, $100, $50, or even $5? Everyone talking about $589, yet it seems a little too overstretched to associate that with the price of XRP right now. The truth is, a lot of folks, including my humble self, aren't really after the $589 price tag for XRP. Speaking from the point of view of an investor who invested in this asset when it was just a few cents, a two-digit price for XRP will definitely change a lot of lives for the better, even before we get to the much-anticipated price of $589. Revisiting this, is a $589 per XRP still a possibility if XRP is experiencing a prolonged bull cycle? No matter the case, guys, do you think the $589 is a possibility for XRP? Do let us know in the comment section below. And while at it, don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed this video, turn on the notification bell, and smash that subscribe button so you get any updates on every new video we upload on this channel. And if you didn't like the video or you think any aspect of it sounds a little too overstated in your opinion, don't hesitate to drop your comments. Let us know what you think so we can improve and find better ways to serve you undiluted news and updates regarding Ripple and XRP, as we're committed to serving you the best and only the most exciting and better news. So does it all make sense now? You let us know in the comment section below.
The settlement is not a matter of if, it's only a matter of when, and it will be relatively soon. So, I'm lined up my portfolio for this settlement. Once this happens, the suppression is gone. We are going to see this price go through the roof. $189 price. It comes from a guy named Bearable Bull. And this is a guy who's very popular in the XRP community. There's a lot of, it's funny, like we have crypto influencers. We also have XRP influencers, and that's all they talk about is XRP, and it's their specialty. That they know more about it than I do because they're in it every single day while we cover a wide variety of topics. But Bearable Bull, basically, I believe it was in late 2018 or early 2019, he came up with this notion that if all the banks in the world used XRP, and if they if all of the money transfers and remittances in the world were controlled by XRP, literally every one, somehow he works some math to where that would mean we had a $589 XRP. So there are people in the community that do believe that that is possible. I'm not going to totally rule it out and say one day that could potentially not be possible. I mean, if all of the banks are using it, you start to run into almost like a money supply problem, but then you can get around that with derivative. You get around the money supply thing over time. I encourage my audience to look at more realistic timelines for the next 4 to 8 years. Okay. So when we're looking at the price of XRP this year, I think in possibly extending into an altcoin season the beginning of next year, I would think we're probably looking at somewhere between a $12 to $15 XRP. If somehow it's the day that the case is over, it gets relisted on Coinbase, and then the next day they announce their IPO, it could potentially go higher, $20, $30. That is a possibility. But I think 12 to 15 is very realistic for this bull run for XRP on where this thing is going to go. I think if you look maybe 4 years down the road or 8 years down the road, you could maybe potentially map out a plan for it to get to $100. But the leap from where we're at today to get to, and I think $100 still may be optimistic, but I think the leap from where we're at today to get to 589 in a short period of time, in a period of time that's going to impact your portfolio in a meaningful way in the short term, it's just too far to get there. But who knows how much? If we have a $200 trillion market cap in crypto, which people like Raoul Pal say, then I mean, high numbers are definitely on the table. But I just think you got to mix realism and what's realistic with the ultimate hopium or the ultimate, the most optimistic vision for where it can go.